Innovative.
Well, hello there. It's your boy, Young LA, and I'm with my boy, Cool Ass Cam, man. Let him know something.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the WB Morning Show. Hope y'all ready for the wake and bake.
If you don't already, you're supposed to have your champagne with the orange juice. They call that a mimosa. Have that together. And we got our chopsticks right here, man. You know what I'm talking about? We got a special guest in the house. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Jayme, the girl from the LBC.
Hello, Long Beach is in the house. You know what I'm talking about?
His house.
I usually start and say how we met each other, but we just met today. So what's our connection? Let them know what's going on.
We connected through my son.
What's your son's name? Let them know, because they know that's my boy. I just want them to know what's going on.
I mean, you know, I call him son, but
Yeah.
everybody else call him a little bit of something. Hustle, AO, you know.
That's what I call him, AO. Shout out to my boy, AO. He been coming and chilling in the background with us, and he said, you know what, I'm fit to bring Moms through. She want to get her own podcast going, and you know me, I want to make sure I introduce her to Cam and the innovative culture, all the other good people we got up here. And look, my boy ended up not making it today, so guess what? Moms is on the show, so she came here to do a little background information and ended up at the front row. You know what I'm talking about? Look at God.
Look at God.
You act like you was nervous a little bit, but you look like a straight regular. You seem smooth and everything. So let's get into it. What type of podcast you thinking about starting up? Let's talk about that first.
Well, I'm going to start up a podcast with my girl. Her name is Tammy. And we want to talk about...
Shout out Tammy in the background.
Shout out Tammy in the background.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to talk about women empowerment.
That's right.
And then everyday things that's going on with women. Dating and working and just living our lives. We want to throw a little bit of mental health in there. A little bit of fun in there.
Yes.
A little bit of therapy in there.
Yes.
And whatever works for the women out there. Whatever you need to hear, we ready to talk about it. Real talk.
Hey, that's good. You know, the women are very important in the world, and we got to make sure that we shine a light on them. So however we can do that is a great thing. So we definitely need to get your podcast, because a lot of women in the world, they need to hear it. You know what I mean? They might not have a mom or a big sister, or they might be going through it with their family, and they might need to be waking up and getting them jewels from you.
Definitely. And I also do an e-newsletter.
Okay.
It's called F.L.Y After 50. F.L.Y meaning flirty, lively, and youthful. Because once you hit 50, life ain't over. Just because you're a half century, life just begun, baby.
I heard 50 was like the new 30 or something.
Okay, well, I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it. So my e-newsletter comes out once a week, every Thursday. It talks about empowerment. It talks about traveling. It talks about fashion. It talks about dating. There's nothing on there that we don't talk about.
So what would somebody have to do if they wanted to get subscribed to be a part of the newsletter?
I have a QR code, so they can subscribe to the QR code, and they go on to the QR code, they put in their name and their email address, boom, and then it comes out once a week.
Where they find the QR code at?
They can find it on the newsletter, but I can also put it out there. They can send me an email through Flies Over 50.
Okay, give them the email just in case somebody they want to get it. They want to where they need to go. Give them the email.
So they can email me, Swan, SWAN, Jayme, JAYME, @gmail.com. They email me, send me their email with their full name, and then I put them into the subscription.
That's dope. It sounds like everybody in your subscription like family to you.
Yeah, they become family. They become family because they get interested. Inside my newsletter, I give a story that I do weekly. Have this story about a lady named Stacy. Stacy just living her life, and you only get snippets of it every week, so you got to keep following it.
So is Stacy a real person?
No, Stacy is somebody that I made up based on what I'm going through, and some other women are going through.
So you can let certain stories flow through Stacy, and they can't be mad at nobody.
And nobody
could be held accountable for the fun you had in that story or the badness of going to the story
at all. But they can recognize what's going on.
Yeah, and there's certain stories that might need to get out where people might be able to get something out of that story, so they need to talk about it.
Exactly.
What made you pick the name Stacy?
It just flowed.
It just flowed.
It just flowed.
Sometimes you got to go with the flow. Matter of fact, all the time you got to go with the flow.
Right.
That's right. So give us something like one of the fashion tips you got, one of the travel tips. Give us like a little scoop of it. So for the people that haven't seen it yet, they can get a let's say like a preview of what's going on in there.
So like for the traveling tips, I talk about 10 best places that's for single women over 50. I talk about, the price of it, why it's good to go there.
That's right.
I break it down to countries, cities.
So you done been to these places already?
Couple of them.
Okay.
Couple of them.
That's right. So what's some, let's say, what's top 3 on that top 10 list right now?
Right now on that list.
And this is for the fabulous lady that's over 50 and that's still out here having fun. That's
so right now on that list is Morocco.
Morocco.
Yes.
I heard of that one. That's a good.
Cancun.
Cancun, definitely.
Aruba. Now I've been to Aruba, baby.
How about that? Let's go, because I haven't been there. I've been getting my passport stamped up a little bit here and there, so we might have to put Aruba on the list. What I mean, of course, you telling her for the fabulous lady over 50, but what about somebody like myself? What am I missing out by not going to Aruba?
You're missing out on a lot of fabulous women, especially if you like older women.
Oh.
Because they out there, baby.
Oh, is that what's going on?
Out there. Yes, that's going on.
Okay, so are you okay with the term cougar?
I am okay with the term cougar.
Okay.
I am. If that's how you want to put it.
I didn't make it up. I'm just saying, because I was about to say, so that's where the cougars is at, but I didn't want to disrespect nobody. I just want to, matter of fact, this is a good time for me to ask, is that even a good word to use?
Some people are acceptable with it. I'm not a cougar.
Okay.
Only because I like money spent on me. I can't spend my money on others.
Oh, so a cougar is almost like a sugar mama.
Somewhat.
Okay. I never knew that. I didn't know that. See, you learn something every day. You know what I mean? Okay, so the Flying Fabulous, we just gonna call you that. That's better than being cougar. Flying Fabulous.
I definitely relate to that, especially when it comes to fashion. I feel like when it comes to fashion over 50, what is mom jeans? You don't have to wear mom jeans after 50.
That's my dog.
You don't have to wear mom jeans after 50. You don't have to put away your heels. You don't have to put away your fashion for just because you hit a half century. That's when you start getting real fly.
That's where all of the seasoning kick in.
That's where all the seasoning kick in.
Oh my God! Hey, so what's funny is I brought my dog, and I put her in the car. But she recently learned how to honk the horn, and I always tell people like she's smart. And one day I was having a meeting with somebody, and I put the dog in the car, and she seen me starting to walk away, and I seen her hunt the horn like, whoa. And then my boy was like, did your dog just honk at you? And I'm like, nah, that had to be an accident. And then she started blowing on it like, man, kill that meeting, come let me out the car. So it's crazy now that I just put her in the car because she was walking around here making all kind of noises and breathing hard and stuff. So I just wanted to put her there. And I got the cage windows where I could roll it down and she could breathe, so all of the pet people don't get in my comments. She definitely in there breathing and chilling and all that, but she know how to go in the front seat and honk the horn. So if y'all hear the whole horn honking, don't worry about it. But back into the story. Some of them good fashion tips. I know what you're saying about mom jeans. When you start, I feel like when people ladies start getting older, you guys do a lot with the kids. You got a lot going on in life, and sometimes y'all let the fashion part of it go because y'all got so much more important stuff, but the fashion is always important. So instead of the mom jeans and looking, dressing where you feel like maybe somebody think you somebody auntie, what's some of the good tips you got for them?
I say with fashion, it's subjective, and so don't let nobody tell you because you a certain age you can't wear a certain thing. Fashion is your calling card. When you walk out the house,
talk to them.
People know what you look like before they even talk to you. So if your calling card says you this old lady, then that's what you're going to put out there.
Yeah, that's
My
true.
calling card says, I don't know how old she is or who she is, but I want to meet her. And you hold your head up high and you walk with it.
I think I'm going to have to let the dog out.
And he laying on the horn, too.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, TV, let her out for me, bro. She is too crazy. That's crazy to me.
All right. In the meantime, I got a question. So with the women empowerment, the movement you got going, do you have like any success stories or anything like that from like maybe a client or somebody that you've encountered that you would want to share?
Not personally, outside of my friends, my girlfriends. I have a group of friends. We call ourselves the Thread. So we text each other. We talk each day. We all grew up in Long Beach. We've all been friends 40 years plus. We talk about what the fashion is out today, what dating is like.
Hey, shout out to being real friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In this world we live in now, it seems like people be backdooring each other and trolling each other and all of that crazy stuff, man. You hear that? 40 years of friendship.
My
Y'all-
best friend and I have been best friends since crib age. Our mothers were
The
best
crazy
friends.
part is I got a lot of friends and I know a lot of people and I just be in the world so long. I just seem like it's friends everywhere. But my grandma always told me that you're not going to have a lot of friends like that. Like you only get a small, like maybe you get 5 real friends.
The
You should be
genuine
happy.
ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, it's 6 of us. And we've been on the
You
same
got
thread.
you got
Yeah.
your 5-6 friends.
Right there, and we keep it real with one another. We talk about each other. If we walk out the house not looking a certain way, we let them know, girl, where you going? You
Yeah.
look like somebody mama or grandma today.
Nah.
Pull
Hey,
it
it's something to
together.
think about being friends. It's like an obligation. I tell my friends what I got to tell them.
Yeah.
Some stuff I know you might be sensitive or you don't want to hear, but guess what? The dog here, y'all. So if y'all hear it breathing, don't worry about it, man. It's bring your child to work day. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, but
Having that close knit of friends too is what made me start Fly After 50, because we all fly, we all doing something with our lives, we all educated, we all out here just trying to make the best of it. We single, so when I walk out that door, I want you to look at me and be like,
that part.
I want to know what
So
she.
I
what
hear
she
you.
doing.
I hear you repping Long Beach. What high school did you go to?
So I went to Milliken, but most of my friends went to Poly.
Okay. Shout out to Polly. Shout out to Milliken.
Poly, yeah.
Is Milliken and Polly rivals?
Kind of, but
So how did-
ain't
how did-
nobody rival with Poly though. Poly is
Polly's knocking everybody down.
Yeah, my mama wouldn't let me go to Poly because she said I had too many friends and then I
Yeah.
was gonna be wilding out.
So did it work out to be true or was
No, not so really, because I would just hang out with my friends anyway.
Right.
I did everything with them. So, I just went to school in one area, but I hung out in the other. But I grew up in Long Beach. I rep Long Beach. I love Long Beach. My tight circle is from Long Beach. I'm from Orange County as well. As I got older, I went to Orange County, and that's where you learn where all the money is and how the other kids act, and
Right.
you get a different perspective of what your area was like.
right. That's dope. So now speaking of the podcast you working on, you got the name of it already?
We do not. We've been working on a couple of names, but every time we come up with something, somebody already stole it. So we're looking for
Yeah.
something.
No,
we're
it
looking for
is.
something.
It's good that you do that because a lot of people they just go with the first name, and it could be somebody who already been pushing and putting a lot of energy into it, and that's like a disservice to not only them but to yourself. Because when you about to start pushing it and branding it, you don't want nobody else to come out the woodwork saying, "Hey, this is mine." So
Right. That's like with my Fly After 50. I'm going to get back to that. The Flirty, Lively, Youthful is I wanted to brand that because not too many women think they fly after 50. And I want to let them know.
why
because
you think women don't think they fly after 50?
I think women think that when they hit a certain age, they have to represent themselves in a certain way. Oh, I'm an older woman now, so now I need to settle down, or I'm supposed to look a certain way. You're supposed to look how you feel.
Right.
And
But
how
I think a lot of men do that too, though. After a certain age, it's like now they go out. I'm only going to a club where they wear hard bottoms, or I'm only going, I'm only doing certain types of things.
Right.
And I think it really just comes down to like, how you feel.
how you feel. And age itself is really what people say. It's just a number. It really is. It's what's in the inside of you. It's how, because I'm a lively person. I'm all about just laughing and being upfront and talking to any and everybody.
Were you always like this?
Always.
That's beautiful.
Always. I
What-
think my son get it from me too.
Yeah. Your boy, he got that good charisma.
Yeah.
He definitely get it from you. So as soon as I start talking to him, I say, yeah, there go that spark right there.
And I come from a big family. I got 5 sisters and 2 brothers. Somebody got to stand out.
That's part.
You know, when you're
What-
around a big crowd, you better be like, I'm here.
What zodiac sign are you?
Scorpio.
Look at that. I'm a Scorpio. It's about to be our time.
right.
Yeah, look at that.
Yes.
Hey, y'all don't worry about what we got going on out here. If you ain't no Scorpio, you ain't got to worry about that right there.
You wouldn't even understand.
You wouldn't
it.
even understand.
And then I'm born on Halloween, so you never know if I'm a trick or a treat. It just depends on how you act.
I got another partner that's a Halloween baby, and I just realized that y'all special.
In a good way.
Yeah, not in a bad. Oh yeah, no, we ain't. Yeah, no, we talk about in the great way, not
Right,
even in the good
right.
way, in the great way.
Right.
I just peeped that, and then also I realized that Halloween was a Scorpio, so everybody that love Halloween, yeah, y'all love this Scorpio
Yeah.
stuff right
Yeah,
here, man.
we real ones. We real ones.
What you got planned for your birthday?
I do something every year. Last year I went to Jamaica for my birthday. This year I'm going to a concert. Birthdays are big to me. Birthdays are big. I don't necessarily celebrate Halloween itself, but the fact that it's my birthday, I make sure I do something that's going to be flirty, lively, and useful.
You are holding it down for that. Why don't you just call the podcast that? You could just make it the acronyms.
We could.
Flirty, lively. Oh, that's Fly.
Yes.
Okay, look at you.
I told you,
Yeah.
fly after 50, baby.
I'm putting it together now. See, it
Yeah.
don't take too long. You know what I'm talking about? I didn't even catch it. You know what I'm saying?
Also, with the Fly After 50, I'm starting another brand called Bald is the New Sexy because I want women to know out there you ain't got to wear wigs and weaves and braids. You can be sexy just as you. So
That's powerful. I was telling you off the camera that I had family who had lost their hair, and when she lost her hair, everybody cut their hair to make sure that she felt it comfortable with it and everything. And that was real powerful for her, you know what I mean? So I definitely believe that that is to be dope because you never know what somebody going through. And then besides that, just women having confidence, that's a beautiful thing.
I started out with alopecia, and
Okay.
so I was wearing wigs. And I came home one day and I took my wig off and I didn't feel my fly, sexy self when I looked in the mirror. So I told my son, shave my head. So at least when I take my wigs off, I don't have to look at the alopecia.
Yeah.
So I shaved my head and my son said, you're beautiful. You should rock it. I said, no, I'm a black woman. We don't walk around with bald heads and I'm single. He said, Mom, I'm telling you, rock it, be you. And I did. And the feedback I got made me say, this is me and this is who I am. So since I couldn't wear any more bows in my hair or flowers, I threw a tattoo on my head. And now I rock my bald is the new sexy.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I love that. Yeah,
So
you
women out
definitely-
there with cancer, alopecia, women out there who ain't really sure, I'm telling you, rock it. You can rock it.
You got a logo for that yet?
I do.
Yeah, that's dope. You definitely
do.
need to have your logo and everything locked in for that one. That's
I
a
do.
good one.
I do.
How long you been pushing that one? You just came up with all of this? Or
So what happened was I shaved my head last June, so it's only been a little over a year. And I decided that I was going to get a T-shirt with this beautiful black woman. It's a silhouette of me.
Right.
She has a hoop in her ear with her lipstick on.
That's right.
And the first T-shirt I ever wore said, bold, black, beautiful. And so somebody asked me about it. I was like, no, it's just me. So then I put another T-shirt on with a different color, and it said, bald is the new sexy. And I had women coming up to me asking me, where'd you get your T-shirt? I really like that. You know, where can I get one? And so it just hit me. Hey, it's a lot of women out here
That's
who want to represent
unrepresented.
it.
Yeah,
Yes,
look at you.
yes.
Yeah, that's dope.
They unrepresented. So
Yeah.
I'm here to rep us. Bald is the new sexy.
That's right. That's right. And that's right. Yeah, y'all see that? Sometimes you gotta let that confidence go. And then another thing that I got out of that is not only you really made the stuff for you and then you went out there and then people start liking it. So
Right.
now you have no choice but to go and give them what they want.
What they want.
They want it. And you got 2 styles already. Both of those are dope. So, yeah, that's crazy. Those that just came up to you out the blue, how did you come up with those?
So I told you how I came up with the bald is the new sexy, just because I wanted to rock my head and let everybody know, I'm out here. The fly after 50 is really talking with my girlfriends and really understanding that after 50, we still got flavor.
Right.
After 50, we still out here. We rocking our Gucci glasses just like everybody else.
Yeah.
We rocking our Hoka
Yeah, I can
jeans
see your
just like everybody
podcast as it
else.
getting bigger that you can do something live where you get a big audience,
I would say something like a fashion show.
fashion show.
Yeah.
Turn that whole movement, do a fashion show with your designs, have the models coming out. Bald is the new, you know what I'm saying?
I'm
And
open
I
to
can
that.
really see that.
I'm open to that.
Really doing
And
something.
everybody don't have to have a backstory where they lost their hair through
Right.
situations, but the women that
Right.
do, that'll be dope because they gonna be representing everybody. You represent people with alopecia, people who have got cancer patients and stuff where they have to
Right.
lose their hair. Then they represent. So then it could be, that's real big. You know what I mean? And like you said, them being underrepresented. You
Right.
got to shine light on it. Not only is it a good thing, it's your brand.
It's my brand. And it's not just for the young ladies. We out here. It's a bunch of us out here. 50,
I like how you
single.
said that because we say we out here. You pregnant? We out here.
We
You know
out
what I'm
here,
talking about?
yes. And we out here representing, so I just want to make sure that we put our empowerment in, we put our voice in, we let them know we here, and we here to stay, and we sexy with it.
So you told me something about you and your son getting matching tattoos.
Yes,
You want
so
to show the camera?
I have a hummingbird on the back of my head. And my son got a hummingbird. Well, the hummingbird is from my grandmother, his great-grandmother. She passed away, and we just wanted to represent her. And then along with the hummingbird, I have flowers that represent my grandkids, and I have butterflies that represent my parents who passed away.
Oh, yeah, that's beautiful.
So it just keeps them close to me. This is my, what I call my ancestors, my grandma, my mom, my dad.
That's
and
right.
the grandkids remind me that, I'm out here and I'm a grandma, but you're going to have to ask me my age. You're not going to just know it.
That's right. I love that. So, what about the movie How Stella Got the Groove Back? That just came to my head. Not the whole content of it, but you should come with a shirt like that. It don't got to be that style, but something fly like that. But I think that just came to my head when I seen that.
And I get that, and I love the movie, and I'm glad Stella got her groove back, but Jayme's groove's always been
Oh, you know what about How Stacy got her groove back?
good one.
Hey,
Good one.
we ain't got to worry about Stella. We got
want
Stacy.
Good
That's
one.
a good one.
So my first story in my podcast is about Stacy. She's a 55-year-old woman who got divorced, and she was out here trying to get back in the dating field. And she didn't know what it was like, so she started dating online and realized that wasn't for her. And then she started having these relationships that didn't work out for her either until she met somebody else. But you got to look at the newsletter to get Stacy's whole story. I can't just give it to you like that.
Got to check the newsletter
Got to
out.
check the
Go hit that
newsletter.
QR code, get in that newsletter, hit that email, get in that newsletter. You know what I mean?
You'll find it very interesting. We also give out healthy tips, healthy recipes. We give out exercise exercise
I
regimes.
need all them tips. I know
All
you
that.
giving them to the ladies over 50 and all that, but I'm soaking up the game in the process. So right now, for the ladies over 50 that's watching right now, give them 3 tips about dating when you over 50 and
First of all, understand we not thirsty. So don't just
Hello.
settle for anything.
hello.
Don't just settle for anything.
Leave your straw at the house. Huh? I hear
Leave
that.
your straw at the house.
Straw and the sippy cups.
And
All
then,
sippy cups, put them in the cabinet.
and then be honest about what you want.
That part.
I just recently met a young man. Well, not young man. He's in my age range, and he's recently divorced. And he told me he just want a friend.
That part.
He just want to meet somebody, and
Hang
he trying
out.
to get to know himself and
Right.
get on track. And I
Right.
had to tell him I know who I am, and I'm on track.
That
So
part.
we in 2 different lanes. Know your lane.
That
If you
part.
stay in your lane, you can't get lost.
It ain't no traffic when you stay in your lane.
and you can't be lost.
That's right. That's right.
And then the third thing I would like to say is, don't get in where you fit in. Don't get in where
Oh,
you fit in.
hold on now. I always heard that term growing up right there. Get in where you fit in.
Don't get in where
When
you
you
fit
get
in.
when you get older now, that term is out. You
It's
can't,
out.
You can't
You
just be
know.
getting in where you fit in now.
Know your lane and let them fit in it.
Hello.
You don't have to fit in
Let them
theirs.
get in where they fit in.
Exactly.
Oh, y'all heard that?
Exactly.
Ain't no more getting in where you fit in. You run your program and let them get in where they fit in. Huh?
And if they don't fit in, don't force it.
You can't put the square inside of a triangle. I
Not
don't
at
care how
all.
long you try, and when you twist it and all, it's not gonna fit.
And women understand we come too far. If you know who you are, represent who you are. Represent who you are. Keep it classy.
That's right. That's a very, very serious thing, keeping it classy. So what does that mean for somebody that's in the back? You know what I mean? They might be a little ignorant. They might heard of the term, but they might not really know what they mean by keeping it classy. What does that mean?
It just means you don't have to be out here wilding out. You know, just because you a certain age and single. We're not trying to compete with the young women. We already did that. We're not trying to be in their lane.
You still
know,
just
so
got to have a little bit of patience with it.
You got to have a little bit of patience with it. You got to understand who you are and where you're headed in this life and keep it classy, even when it comes to your dressing. When I say fashion, at our age, we don't have to show everything. You can be sexy and fully suited and booted, you know? So I'm just saying, you know, for women our age, we have a lane. Make them come into our lane. We don't have to go into theirs.
That's beautiful. I mean, even I learned something. See, that's why I said I for sure got something out of it. Get in where you fit in. No. That's old school now. What we doing is you getting your program and letting them get in where they fit in.
Let them get in where they fit in.
Oh yeah, see, with that being said, you gotta get your podcast going. So with that being said also, my boy Cam, let's give you a little background on him. He told me, how many years ago that you said, you know what, I'm finna start a podcast and I want to start it and let people start their own podcast.
5 years ago.
5 years
2019.
ago. So this probably like the third location now, right?
Yeah.
And he been opening doors for people to start their podcast, and he really like a good person that's patient. He's about his business too at the same time. So you know when I like say I'm gonna be able to hook you up with somebody, not only that I work with him and though I know him, I trust that he'll be able to do something good with y'all. You know what I mean? So and AO is my boy. So when I told him to come first, he came before and chilled and watched, and then the next time he said, "Hey, I want to bring mom." So that's already a good thing because you know sometimes if somebody come, they won't come back. They especially not gonna come back with their mom. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's
right.
a great environment. But not only that, we need people to do. I always say to me that the internet is like a bad place, but it's really not. If you looking up the right things, it's a lot of positive stuff on the internet.
Right.
So we trying to put positive energy on the internet. And then I also like when I tell people we gonna do an interview on my podcast, I be thinking people be thinking I'm fit to be asking them crazy off the wall questions or questions that make them uncomfortable, and that ain't what we be doing over here. You know what I mean? It's a lot of podcasts, they blow up real fast because you doing stuff like that, and you got to stay in that lane, and sooner or later you gonna get into it with somebody in the real world,
Right.
or the people gonna cancel you because you said false information or some type of crazy stuff. That's what people, that's what I feel. So I feel like you and this will fit perfect because this was the same type of speed. And we also we got the main show that they started up here was Innovative Comedy, and they at their 150th episode.
Amen.
So we also got
Go ahead and hold up the flyer.
we got a show coming up. It's on October 12th. It's at a private location. It's gonna be a comedy show. Mostly all of the podcasters that be here, they're gonna be there. We got Slink Johnson hosting it. He pretty big in the world. If you haven't heard of him, he was one of the voices on GTA game. He was in Black Jesus. He was in the new voice Good Times, and a host of other stuff he do. But he gonna come out and spend some time with us, and make sure it be an unforgettable time. I'm supposed to be performing. We got some other dope people coming out to perform. And then overall, what I be pressing for is everybody just getting to chill and meet, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because especially with the innovative culture, it's a lot of different components, but if everybody is moving together, it's going to move real smooth, you know what I mean? So,
I thank you guys for having me because again, I'm over 50. We're not really used to this new technology and what's going on out here. We kind of scared of it. We don't
Yeah.
really know how to navigate it.
Yeah.
I come from a social worker background. I'm a social worker. I was from the old school. You go to school, you go to college, you get a
Right.
career, you move on.
Right.
So I went to school. I got my master's degree.
Shout out
I
to
started
you.
working in social work. I started doing, community work because that's where my heart is. I mentor young women. And then I really realized, too, that there's a bigger lane out here.
Right.
Just because this is what I always did.
And see, you still doing everything you're doing in real life, but now you
Right.
able to do it on the internet. And while you sleep, somebody could be watching and still getting that
Right.
great message that you're giving out to them.
Right. That message is a lot of stuff that's lost in the world today
Right.
because of all of the content that's just oversaturated on the internet. So
Right.
that's why, even like you said, we try to be different. We want to push the positive messages. We want to know what's going on good in people's lives.
Right.
We don't want to bring you on to talk about somebody else and like that type of situation. Let's get to know you. Let's get to know what good game information you have to put out into the world because people need it.
Right.
They being soaked up like a sponge with all of this other, messy stuff in the world. And it's like, nah, let's talk about something good, something that people can actually take and use in their real lives.
Right.
And move forward and build something for themselves. And it's really talking to the youth too, because a lot of people need this information.
A lot. And a lot of women over 50. I want you to know that we got a voice. We out here. What the young people say, we out here.
We out here.
Yes.
That's right. Well, we getting towards the end of the show. Before we leave, is it anything you want to shout out? We want you to give them your newsletter, how to get in contact with everything again. If you got an Instagram, your website, all of that good stuff before we get up out of here. Go ahead and...
So I'm just building those things because, again, like I said, I'm over 50.
It's
we
a
just
work in
learning.
progress.
Yes. But again, you can email me at Swan, S-W-A-N, Jayme, Jayme, at Gmail. Shoot me your full name and your email address. I'll get you subscribed to the newsletter. It comes out once a week, every Thursday. I am building my brand. Bald is the new sexy. So all you beautiful bald women out there, rock it. And women over 50, again, we out here. So let's make our presence known.
I got one more question before we go, because I know this one to help somebody. When you first go bald and you wonder how could you style it, what's 3 great accessories that go with a beautiful bald head that make you just shine like no other?
So one of the things is hoop earrings.
Hoop earrings.
Yes, big, nice hoop earrings.
That's right.
Because your head is bald, so
Right.
you need to have some type of attraction somewhere.
Okay.
The right sunglasses.
Bingo.
Because the right
So them
sunglasses
Gucci's getting
show
off on them.
Baby, what can I say?
Come on, Miles. You know what I'm talking about?
The right sunglasses shows the shape of your face. It lets you shine. And the other thing is eyelashes.
Hello.
You gotta have some eyelashes on.
I like how you put the glasses off
Yeah.
real smooth.
You gotta have some
Shout out to
eyelashes
eyelash technician.
Right. Because now they don't have nothing else to look at but what's right here.
Bingo.
So you got your earrings, you got your eyelashes, and you got your sunglasses.
Hey, Moms, we appreciate you. You walked us on out. That was a beautiful outro right there. It's your boy, Younger Lay, the real Younger Lay. You know what I mean? Another one down. We be having different content for y'all, man. Before we go, let Cam go ahead and walk y'all down.
Yes, sir. Y'all can tap in with me, COOLAZZCAM. Tap in with our website, www.theinnovativeculture.com. Follow us on Instagram at innovative.culture and the WB Morning Show. And subscribe to our YouTube at youtube.com/innovativeculture.
Hey, man, it don't cost you nothing to like, subscribe, and share, man. And don't worry about the technical difficulties in the background with my little daughter, Misty. You know what I mean? I was gone. I be out living, working. And I didn't want to leave her at home, so I brought her. But, yeah, you see why I don't be bringing her, huh? Y'all love her. Y'all be posting her. Why don't I? That's it. She wild. I love her, but I'm wild, so I can't be bad. But she wild. I'm fit to talk to her right now. When we get off to pull her to the side, look at her. Hey, girl, you know I was working. What are you doing? But, yeah, she's smart. She going to understand. So, yeah, y'all have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your week. Monday, it's all about how you start off. It's how you gonna finish it. You know what I'm talking about? We gone.